When a section of I-85 melted right before our very eyes recently, plenty of people said it was like a scene right out of a movie. Here's what I'd call it: towering Inferno, the Rise of MARTA. That's because the transit agency is straight killing it at the box office. Their ridership is up 25% since the disaster. Many of the 255,000 commuters who usually drive that stretch of I-85 are packing onto MARTA buses and trains. There's so many, in fact, that 10 of MARTA's parking lots have been sold out on weekdays. Even Gwinnett County, which rejected MARTA in favor of its own transit system, is making a rare cameo appearance at 2 MARTA stations. They're rerouting some transit buses so Gwinnett riders can board directly at the Doraville and Chamblee MARTA stations. State transportation officials estimate I-85 won't reopen until mid-June. So since MARTA will be center stage for months, now is the time to talk seriously about making it better, about spending the money and the political capital to make it the kind of system this region deserves. A system that more riders will want to use once this latest crisis is over and before another crisis hits. For that to happen, the state needs to get in on the act. Did you know that the state of Georgia doesn't contribute a dime to help operate transit systems like MARTA? That's sad and short-sighted. Studies show that every dollar spent on transit generates $4 in economic returns. Full disclosure here, I was the agency's spokesman for nearly 8 years. Before that, I covered MARTA as a journalist, and I was one of its harshest critics. As we learned last week, MARTA has a lot of work to do to make people safer and to make them feel safer. And I get it. Most people in Metro Atlanta prefer to drive, and that may never, ever change. But every single day, MARTA is an invaluable asset for thousands of people who don't own a car or who can't drive. On top of that, MARTA keeps tens of thousands of cars off the road, which relieves traffic for those of us who do drive. House lawmakers just approved a resolution creating a new commission on transit governance and funding, acknowledging the need for regional transportation solutions to keep our economy moving. And right on cue, the I-85 disaster underlined that need. It's a matter of priorities. Several years ago, Governor Nathan Deal signed a bill that committed $10 billion for our roads over the next 10 years, and that's a good thing. But now is the time for the governor and the state legislature to focus on making MARTA a world-class complement to our roads and to our airport. Over the next 2 months, when you find yourself sitting in traffic or trying to find a parking space at a MARTA lot, think about what you'd say to the governor and our state lawmakers to convince them that better transit is important to our future. Then call or write and demand it. Here's the contact information for the governor, for the lieutenant governor, and for the Speaker of the House. But you don't have to wait for the politicians to do the right thing. If you want to get directly involved in improving Metro Atlanta's biggest transit system, you should join the MARTA Army. These dedicated volunteers don't work for the agency, but they're on the front lines helping MARTA to do more and do better by its customers. You can find them online at martaarmy.org or on Facebook and Twitter. Now, this isn't a movie, of course, but you too can play a starring role in ensuring a happy ending to Metro Atlanta's traffic horror show. I'm Lyle Harris, and that's my opinion, like it or not. In case you were wondering, the views represented in this segment are mine and mine alone. They're not those of Fox 5 Atlanta or any of its employees. But I do want to know if you like it or not. And who knows, maybe I'll respond to you on Fox 5.